What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And well, today um, we're doing another one of those builds, guys. That you could just do this a number of different ways, and you could get it right either way because it's a guy that could literally do everything. It seems like on the court. And before we get into the build, though, guys, I just want to say, look, if you're someone that you like the legends of the game, you like those underrated players from the past, the players that time may have forgotten, or if you're someone that's younger and you may want to, get an idea of some of those greats from the past, then this is definitely the channel for you. So I would definitely say go ahead and subscribe. And if that's content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate a like. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this build, okay? So look, I did a Baylor build last video, and it was one of those builds that I said that there's no way to be 100% authentic and make the build the way that he was as a player. And that got me thinking about one of Baylor's teammates. That is, again, one of those players that there's no way to do this build and do it properly and be able to give him all the attributes that he had. Because we're talking about a guy that was fast for his size. I mean, really fast for his size. Had a tremendous vertical. Was unbelievably strong. Could shoot the ball. I mean, he could shoot the ball really, really well. I watched a video of Wilt Chamberlain. He was just toying with, he had made a bet with a teammate for, I think it was like $5 or something, and he was on the perimeter, and at the 3 point line, he was just throwing the ball up, and he was just making it. I think he made like three or four in a row, um, and it was just unreal to me watching him do this at his size. There was I've not seen the video, but there was also reports that he stood about 3 steps out from the free throw line and took those 3 steps and then jumped from the free throw line and dunked the ball. Well, I've not seen the video of that. I've heard about that, and that's just tremendous, guys. I mean, for a guy of his size, being able to do that, yeah, it's unreal. So, you know, I feel like a Wilt Chamberlain build would be right at home, in 2K, because he put up video game like numbers, guys. I mean, there's never going to be another player in NBA history that averages 50 points per game, 25 rebounds per game. It's just never going to happen. There's not going to. I don't feel like there's ever going to be another player. Well, I shouldn't say there's never going to be another player that scores 100 points in a game, because I feel like with the way that the 3 point shooting is increasing each year, it seems, and the actual speed of the game, and the way that there's just the points per game is just gradually going up. I feel like eventually we could very well see one player, a guy like Durant, or Harden, or Booker, Trey, Luca, somebody like that could really get on a roll, and I could see them doing that. But it's something that it's going to be very difficult to do, but it could be done. I still don't think that they would average 50 and 25, but still, uh, this is just going to be a very, very interesting build, guys. So let's get into it, okay? I mean, you're doing a Wilt Chamberlain build, guys. I mean, look, the ways that I've done it here, and this is the one that I ended up going with, simply because I felt like it was as close as you was going to get. I feel like this is because, I mean, if anyone's ever seen the guy, block shots, I mean, he was getting up, and getting those blocks and things, like it was just unreal. Now, again, I mean, for this, guys, I mean, there's just no right way to do this. You're not going to get all the attributes that this man had from a pie chart. Um, so you're just I'm going to focus on the things that I feel like as a center is going to be most beneficial. So I'm going, me personally, like I said, this is just me, but I'm going with the strength and vertical pie chart. Because while it's not going to be there for the speed that Wilt had, still you just uh, you need to focus on what you need as a center. Now with this, guys, look, I mean, you could put on driving layup and driving dunk if you want. Um, I'm mainly focusing on this stuff. Just because I feel like that's what you're going to need. Now, I'm going to get as many. I'm just putting this up because I want to get as many finishing badges as possible. Okay. Um, and then on defense, you want your interior defense maxed, your perimeter defense, your lateral quickness. Actually, let's take down that perimeter defense because we don't really need that. Hopefully, now our blocks and our rebounding, those are definitely getting maxed as well. And the good thing is, guys, we're going to get Hall of Fame badges on both of these. So that's mainly the reason why I'm really focusing on this stuff. Now, I am going to put his mid range shot and his post fade up because he was pretty good at both of those. Now, look, I mean, you're going to fail here, guys. You just are. You're not going to get anything as far as the post control or the passing because for his size, guys, he was a really good passer. But again, when you're doing a wilt build, there are certain things that you're going to have to leave off. And I'm just wondering, I'm just going to put that there just so we can get that additional shooting. I wonder if I should have tried this initially, but no, you don't even get it there. So I'm just going to put it here, just get that extra shooting badge. Um, so let's go ahead and for a wilt build, guys, I'm going to go with, let's see, defined. Actually, I'm probably going to go compact because even though he was that size, guys, he didn't look as big. I mean, he didn't look as big as like a Shaq, which is crazy to me. I mean, he was like two at one point. He started out his career, I think it was 250, and then he got up to 275, and then later 300. But he just never looked as big as Shaq. But I'm gonna go with Beal because I mean he was pretty. And we're gonna leave this. Actually, let's take this up. Let's take this up to his 275 days. Uh, let's just max him out. How about that? That way we've got because like I said, you're not gonna be worried about speed with this. You're just not. Okay. So if we look here, guys, let's see where we're at. Okay. So our close shot is going to be a 94. Driving layup's going to be a 62. So you're not going to be doing a driving layup and driving dunk with this. A driving dunk 64. Your standing dunk is going to be a 99, which is really good. You'll have a post hook of 85, which is really good. You'll have a mid range shot of 60, which, guys, you can knock that down in 2K. You have a post fade of 75, which, again, in 2K22, you'll be able to knock that down. Now, our playmaking, guys, it's not going to be like Wilt's, unfortunately. It's not. Um, so we're not we're just going to have to neglect that part, because the thing is, guys, you have to understand that when Wilt was getting criticized and people was calling him a ball hog, the next season I believe he led the league in assists. I believe he led the league in assists at the time. I think it was like 8 assists per game, but still, it's pretty amazing the things that this guy did. You're going to have a really really good interior defense of 97, a block of a 96, an offensive and defensive rebounding of 94. So, guys, I feel like, I mean, this is, you're building a center, right? So, you want to really focus on those things that you're going to be able to utilize as a center. And I feel like this is going to be a really, really good way to do that. Now, if we look, we know that we're going to get a +4 when we hit 99 on our physicals, plus another +4 if you do the gym rat or if you do the quest on the boat where you go to the Gatorade facility, or if you just go to the Gatorade facility once a week and get a +4 there. So if we look at that, we're going to have a 51 speed, which isn't great, guys, but for a guy this size, you're going to dominate. You're going to have a strength of 99. Your vertical would be a 55, and your acceleration will be a 45. Again, those aren't great, but you have to pick and choose here, guys, okay? You really do. I mean, do you want the strength or do you want the speed? Because let me tell you, I mean, if you want to go in and you want to pull this weight down and you want to do this right here to get that vertical and speed that you would get with the Wilt Chamberlain, you can do it. But look at the strength. Your strength's going to be a 77, guys. We're talking about he was the most dominant force in the NBA at the time. You want that strength up. Now, you could find something in the middle, say a 250, which I think would be okay. If that's more the way that you wanted to do it. I'm just really focusing on that strength and being that dominant force on the interior that he was. Now, you could do either one of these guys, but with the things that I've watched on Will and the kind of the type of blocks and things that you get with that rim protector where he just palms the ball and things like that, I really think that suits Wilt's game. Now, I think in terms of takeovers, I really feel like Glass Cleaner is a better one. But again, trying to stay true to a Wilt build and just watching the way that he did some of those rebounds or them blocks and things where he would just palm the ball and just really intimidate the other team. I think that's the way to go. So we get in here, we got a glass cleaning lockdown, shades of Dikembe, which is pretty good. Dikembe defensively was pretty close to Wilt really. While Wilt was more of an offensive force too than either of those guys listed, I could see that. So let's go in and let's edit this. Well, I actually meant to go in and test the build, not edit the build. Sorry about that. And we'll get this maxed out. Okay, so for our finishing, we're doing back down Punisher, fast twitch, so we just go up, Fearless, Hall of Fame. You could do Lob Cine Finisher. We're going to do Hook Specialist, Grace, Under Pressure. And then we'll put Back Boss. And you could do Rise Up or Post Spin Tech. I'm just going to do Rise Up. So actually, let's go back and look at those. Okay, so on our Hall of Fame badges, we have Back Down Punisher, Fast Twitch, Fearless Finisher, Lob Cine Finisher, Hook Specialist, and Grace Under Pressure. And then we have Put Back Boss and Rise Up, both on bronze. Okay. So for our shooting badges, guys, look, there. I'm just going to go and if I can find it here, Hot Zone Hunter. Just going to put them both on Hot Zone Hunter. For our one playmaking badge, I'm going to do Break Starter because I feel like it's going to be the one that suits this build the best. And then for defensive guys, you're going to have, I'm going to go Rebound Chaser, Rim Protector, Box, Brick Wall, Chase Down Artist on silver or bronze just to get the animation, Intimidator. And then just in case we happen to get switched off on a smaller ball handler, we're going to do clamps, okay? Now, there are other ways that you could do this. Of course, you could do post lockdown, you could do worm, pogo stick, but I feel like if we're doing a wilt build, this is pretty good. So we've got box, brick wall, intimidator, rebound chaser, and rim protector on Hall of Fame. And then we have chase down artist and clamps both on bronze. So, I feel like, that's pretty good. Like I said, there's other ways you could do this. But for me, I feel like that's a pretty good wilt build, guys. So, there you have it. One of the most dominant players we've ever seen. Him and Shaq are neck and neck for, who I would say the most dominant is. Of course, I never saw Wilt play in real time, but, with the highlights and things that I watched of him, he was a force. He was unlike anybody else in the game. And with the Wilt build, guys, you could go pure blue if you wanted, but I wanted that defensive because, like I said, he was able to grab boards, 25 boards averaged per season. That's pretty amazing, guys. No matter in the blocks that he was able to get and things like that. So I really feel like you needed that defense to make it a true to life build for Wilt Chamberlain. So yeah, again, guys, if you like the legends of the game and you like some of those legends that may have been forgotten over time or just may not get the credit that they deserve, then this is definitely the channel for you. So I would definitely recommend subscribing. If you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate a like. And with that being said, guys, wherever you are, have a wonderful day, night, evening. Just have a great one.